Hello everyone. This is going to be a small educational video to guide us through our class discussion today. We're going to have a mini writing session to jog our minds. I'm going to show a particular section of our novel, and lastly we'll talk amongst ourselves to really dive into the material. Also, just as a heads up for all you teacher folk out there, you'll be seeing this icon flash on your screen from time to time. I'm putting you in charge of pausing the video when you see it so that your class has some time to respond to the questions we'll be going over. If you don't, they'll miss out on intellectual discourse and probably be sad forever. No pressure. Okay, so, as you know, we've been diving into the wondrous literary depths of Catcher in the Rye by J.D. Salinger. Now, throughout our reading of this novel, we've seen our protagonist Holden Caulfield have some fairly opinionated beliefs. One that's of extreme import is his stance on growing up. What I'm looking for all of you to do is write down what you believe Holden's thoughts are on the subject. Take a few minutes and go ahead and do that now. Look at that icon. Teachers, you should pause it. All right. So with that in mind, I want all of you to watch the following excerpt from Chapter 22. Watch closely. It goes by fast. Anyway, I keep picturing all these little kids playing some game in this big field of rye and all. Thousands of little kids, and nobody's around, nobody big. I mean, except me. And I'm standing at the edge of some crazy cliff. What I have to do, I have to catch everybody if they start to go over the cliff. I mean, if they're running and they don't look where they're going, I have to come out from somewhere and catch them. That's all I'd do all day. I'd just be the catcher in the rye and all. I know it's crazy, but that's the only thing I'd really like to be. I know it's crazy. Welcome back, everyone. What you just saw was the titular metaphor for our book, Catcher in the Rye. What I would like you guys to do now is talk to a neighbor about what you wrote before we watched that excerpt. Try to see how your opinions differ from one another's. Now, did you hear anything that sounded pretty good? Do you think you managed to get a pretty great analysis? Share out. Let's hear what you had to say. Okay. I'm going to let some questions appear on the screen now, and I want you guys to give your opinions. Remember, there is no wrong interpretation if it's backed by valid evidence, so use your books if you need to reinforce your claim. Alright guys, I want to thank you so much for your participation today. I'm only going to ask one more thing of you. Go back to that paper you had when we first wrote down our thoughts on Holden's beliefs. Given what we've talked about today, tell me whether or not your opinion has changed. Did our conversations strengthen your opinion, or did it help you think in ways you hadn't yet? Write down your reflection below and make sure your teacher gets it before you leave. Remember to get your name on it and all that good stuff. Don't want to be forgetting that.